How'd you like this?
Yo, what is going on, guys? How are y'all doing tonight? Happy Monday. I hope you all had a good one. Yeehaw, indeed, Kush. Ha Shit, that just reminded me. I never did the drawing this last week. Or, at the end of the month. I guess I'll have to do 2 this month. Wow, I really suck at remembering that. Yeah, well, to be fair, that is why why I specifically say in my posts on Monday mornings, happy miserable Monday. So if it sucked, then it's on brand. I'm sorry that your Monday sucked, oh gosh. Man, mine was okay. I was just like really tired. It just I went to sleep too late last night, and then I had trouble getting to sleep, and it was just a pain in the ass. So, um, didn't help that the game of Darkest Dungeon went a little bit longer than I expected last night, but that's okay. That's okay because I had fun, and I managed to make it out okay. So I just had a realization that my company is way fucking dumber than I initially thought. So that was fun. I mean, that's kind of that's growing up, is realizing the company you work for is full of idiots as well. I'm trying to remember where we were in the game last time. I think we're still trying to get that part for the ship. So we're working on saving up the money. We did that mission to get the part, or no, it was to turn off the signal at that one drone, I think it was. Yeah, which I mean, essentially we solved the puzzle, but I mean we just made it blow up because we couldn't seem to get it to stop doing its thing. So that was a whatever, I guess, too. All right, so let's get in the game. Cycle 7. Citizen Sleeper and Citizen Awaker. Yeah, I need a little more Awaker and a little less a Sleeper. Okay. Escape Hexport. We gotta get the feed lines. That's it. Okay. See if there's any contracts. Good, no contracts. That's cool. Okay, no. No. Get a defusal shift. I mean, I guess I could do that. Throw a 4 at it. Got interface, right? Yeah. Nice. Plus 7 cryo. That's like nothing. Okay, this sucks. We need way more cryo than that. What do we need? Like, what do we need? 300? 400. The data core. Alright. To zoom out. Now, that's what I need to see. Alright, so I guess let's go extract the data core, shall we? Oh, right, we need fuel. Okay. It was 3, right? Buy some supplies. There we go. Alright. Okay. Yo, Zerman, what's going on? Also, I bought a discounted vape today and it tastes like cucumbers. Oh, interesting. And most of the night and half of today was like someone that was a character in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I'm just here. I definitely understand that. I am sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully you're able to just chill and relax then. Okay. Okay. Here we go. See if we can do this. Since the last one kind of failed. One, 2, 4, 4, 5 isn't horrible, but it's not great. I did attempt to go to work, but left less than 2 hours later. It was that bad. I was talking to Kathy and couldn't even get words. Well, that sucks. I mean, what did you have, like a migraine or something? Like, that's pretty rough. All right. The Solheim derelict fills the cockpit windows. All twisted plates and skeletal strutwork. You watch it in horror and fascination as Seraphim completed the approach, both of you silent in the presence of this decaying beast. Now, as you settle beside it, Seraphim is the first to break the silence. This thing's already dead. He shakes his head. It's a corpse, sleeper. He nudges the ship closer, looking for a place to dock. I touched this thing too hard, it'll crumble into dust. Let's not do that. Seraphim does a little mock salute. Aye, aye. He rolls his eyes. Any other tips? Take us up there. That's the bridge. Junie points towards one end of the ship, and both you and Seraphim turn around, having forgotten she was even in the cockpit. She hasn't said a word since you departed. Not quite, but it was another no reason exit. Ah, gotcha. Okay. I mean, unfair enough. She glances at both of your bemused faces. What? She looks away. Sorry, that's where we need to go. She stops pointing. Seraphim nods towards Junie. She's not wrong, sleeper. Bridge would be a good start. Yeah, right. Let's go to the bridge. Seraphim nods and brings the ship under control. Let's do it. Seraphim takes control of the ship, avoiding the debris field closer to the center of the wreck. He settles in position near a protrusion at the far end. This is as far as I'll go, Seraphim taps at the anchoring and controls. We should be able to anchor the ship to those plates. You hear Junie begin to protest from behind you, but it's too late. Seraphim fires two piton-tipped anchor lines at the nearest solid hull plate. Equilibrium and such. It was weird, but I'm used to knowing what. I mean, I guess as long as you're used to it, but you know, it doesn't make it any better, I guess. The pitons slam into the plates, and despite their solid appearance, they instantly shatter. The fragments spin out across the wreck, slicing into other plates and building a spiraling storm of debris. Well, shit. That's not good. Shit! Seraphim nudges the ship back and steadies it as the debris cascades across the surface of the wreck. The damage seems mostly superficial, but it underlines just how fragile the derelict is. Yeah, no shit. You already said that. Like, you knew that. Let's not do that again. Junie glances between the two of you. The data core will be very fragile. We have to. We've got it, Seraphim snaps. He angrily unclips from his seat. Last thing I need is a backseat driver. He kicks off and glides past her into the corridor. Sorry, Junie. No problem. We all want the same thing here, right? We'll work it out. You follow Seraphim down the passage, Junie close behind. As you reach the airlock, he is already angrily suiting up, his frustration evident. Keep your cool. Seraphim looks up. Yeah. He glances at Junie. No hard feelings, right? He checks the seals on his shoulders. This is a job, not a social event. The rest of the preparation process takes place in tense silence, each of you considering the delicate job ahead. You suit up too. Though you don't need a helmet to breathe, you slide one on and lock the seals for protection. This wreck isn't going to give up its salvage easily. Oh, good. The core should be near the bridge, maybe even inside it, but there's a lot of wreck here, and there might be good salvage tucked away inside the cargo hold. Once the suits are on and the seals are checked, you cycle the lock and stare out at the vast expanse of the twisted hulk before you. Time to go to work. Okay, what do we got here? Lock dissection. Oh, what has she got? She's got that too. Okay, so he's got those two. I got the one. Let's see. He's got engage. What's in the other one? Getting into the cargo entry means breaking through the shattered remains of the aft hull. Hi, Bones. Hey, bud. Night. Love you too, homie. Okay, so I can do this one. Seraphim can do this one. And on the other side, Seraph and I can do this one. None of us can do the lock dissection. That's unfortunate, but I think if we do this, forget being delicate. The clock is running on the contract of forcing the lock is the fastest way to gain entry. I mean, not wrong. Alright. I'm going to drop a 4 on here. Alright. Let's go. Fucker. Fine. Seraphim. Force the lock. Nice. A large part of the lock cracks off but spins into open space. A stroke of luck. Okay. I love that she is useless on all of this. She's got nothing useful on this part of it. Alright, let's try to clear the cargo doors. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna shoot for the access point. Go. Okay, okay. Okay, let's try that one more time. Yeah. Cargo entry. You found a passage into the cargo bay. Time to see what's inside. Okay, so here's the cargo storage. Map the bays. Ah, here's where she comes in handy. Okay. Go for it. Map the bays. I can map the bays too, but I do not have the dice for it. Got this one. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna rotate. Yep, we need new dice. Let's go. 3 5s, a 4, and a 2. A 5 and a 6, and a 4 and a 5? Damn, okay. Okay. This is a good set of dice. I'm hoping that we can make it through this time. Okie dokie. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna take a run at it with you know, I'll go with the 4. 50-50 shot. Let's go. Hell yeah. Alright. Use hers. Huh. Oh, I wonder if it's because it's plus that makes it a 5. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Extract raw scrap. Well, buddy, you're up. Oh, hold on. God damn it. I mean, we got it. Contract stress has triggered a crisis. Crisis will add 1 contract stress per cycle until resolved at the crisis location. Shit. It's a hold breach. Well. Okay. Oh, it's 1 per cycle. That's good because I can't do shit on this. I don't have the endure skill. That's fine. We'll come back to that. Oh, shit. Okay. We still need to get into the bridge. Unfortunately, she's useless for this, and at the moment, so is he. So let's work on forcing the lock, I guess. Okay. Okay. 1 more. Come on. Okay. All right. We're gonna have to rest. Ugh, this sucks. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh. Damn it. What is these dice? No. Oh, fine. Come here. You want to say hi? Come say hi then. Hi, Bonesy boy. Nope. Go. He is a very pretty boy. God, these dice suck. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. Fuck me. Okay, good. Fucking bullshit. Okay. I'm so afraid of using her too. it's 50-50. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Motherfucker. I mean, I've got stress. Okay. Might as well use this last one. Okay. Very, very bad. Okay. I mean, we're gonna have to end the cycle. It's the only thing that we can do. Okay, it's slightly better. Who's not eating? I don't have any supplies left. Right, so let's close these off. Alright. Can you do something useful, Seraphim, please? Yeah, I'm hoping we get done with this. Thank you. Oh, right. He's the only one that can do it. Alright, I you know what? I don't even want to risk that right now. Let's go down here. Let's get what we came for. The bridge of the derelict lies silent. The pale beams of your suit lamps catch rows of terminals and clouds of glittering dust. Wires wave like seaweed, and the whole scene appears as if underwater. Chaotic, but still. Junie glides past you, disturbing the dust and taking you by surprise as she does. She's been a stoic presence so far, but in this moment she seems drawn forward by some force of curiosity. You watch as she bats away debris and begins checking terminals. Let her work. She's already prying an access panel off one of the more intact-looking terminals, and as she does, puffs of rust color the vacuum around her red. Approach her. She turns back to the terminal and finishes prying off the plate. Then quickly she reaches inside, fishing around for something. Her hand comes back out with a waving cable topped with a thick connector. As soon as she sees it, she slips a keyboard-sized deck out from somewhere on her person. She runs her hand across the back until she finds the right port and slots in the connector. All of this happens in a few seconds. The routine, practiced, and precise. It is hard not to be impressed. Nicely done. We'll see, she says. So quietly, it seems mostly to herself. Junie's fingers dance across the deck's keyboard, and as a burst of static lights up the Solheim terminal screen. The sudden burst of light and color take you by surprise. Junie's fingers tap away, the terminal screen flashing with blocks of color and lines of code. It buzzes and vibrates, its long-dead systems forced back into chaotic life. Then, all at once, it goes dark. The terminal is dead. Shit, Junie hisses through her breath. Useless. You cannot tell if the insult is directed at the terminal or herself. Find anything? She looks up at you as if she was just waking from a dream. No, she pauses. Nothing useful. She protectively slides her deck away. The cradle within the data core can't be far. She pushes off from the terminal, gliding away from you. I'll start looking, she calls back and heads to the other side of the bridge. Seraphim glides up beside you. Everything alright? What do you think of Junie? The kid? You'd know better than me. He keeps to herself. He squints at her retreating form. I have to admit, it's nice to be back working, especially now that we're the ones who reap the benefits. He claps you on the shoulder. Feels good to be taking our fate into our own hands. I know it's pretty rough there, back on Hexport. And out here, we're just as likely to get shredded by debris as find the damn data core. But aren't you glad we made a break for it? I mean, I am. I just don't want to speak for you. I'm glad to. Seraphin smiles. You better be. I didn't give up that little dark side cupboard I was living in for nothing. He laughs at his own joke. Look, once we've got a bit of space behind us, once we've gone the distance, if we may even manage to get that far, don't feel you owe me. I'm no charity case. You want us to go our separate ways? Fine by me. He meets your eyes. Just do me the favor of telling me to my face. I will. Seraphim nods but doesn't respond. After a moment, he shines his torch out into the dark, checking the rows of terminals all across the bridge. You watch the glittering dust as it eddies in the beam. Let's get to it. You watch as he crosses the bridge, his torch probing the dark corners. You feel a chill run through your body as you imagine the people that once ran this ship. The Solheim crew, surely long dead. What was it like here before the collapse, when this system was the jewel in Solheim's crown? It's impossible to know. That history is lost to you now. All you can do is pick what you can from the ruin. Phase. Oh, are we back here again? Oh, no. Rather than old pathways, revisiting the selected sections of the ship's system might reveal the data core's locations as it responds. Alright, well, let's do that. This strong pulse comes through from deep inside the derelict. That must be the core, but its location is vague and needs triangulating. Okay. Okay. Shit. Great. Fuel leak. All the way at the other end of the fucking thing. Oh my god, none of us... Fuck me. None of us have the engineer thing. Okay. 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 We're all gonna die. It's gonna be a short run. We have no food. Shit. Oh, she's dead. Fuck. Well, that's okay. She was useless anyways. Okay. Oh, she wasn't useless. Okay. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. Oh man, 'cause he's gonna be out next. Cannot leave a contract once the contract is either success or failure. Fine. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Oh my god. Okay. This is not gonna work. It's all up to me now, man. It's all up to me. Oh no, the ship's gonna blow up. There's a horrifying lurch. You were sent spinning through the bay you were crossing in a hail of debris. Damn it. Motherfucker. Watch as the side of the bay silently tears open in front of you, a gaping black maw toothed with flying debris. You stare into it, your breath heavy in your ears, your eyes wide. Suddenly you feel a tug on your back, your tether. As you spin back from the sudden arrest of your glide, you see Seraphim holding onto the other end, reeling you towards him. You have to go, sleeper. This place is done. Oh, great. So now I'm gonna have to fucking suffer with trying to fucking fix up, trying to earn the money for that thing. You both make your way up through the splitting derelict in silence, charting a path through what were once passages but are now twisted tubes, like the intestinal tract of some dead creature. Bullshit. Eventually you make it out onto the surface and find the rig still tethered but gashed with debris and scars. You and Seraphim exchange concerned glances. We're gonna pay for this. Let's hope she still flies. You tether together and push off from the hole. Seraphim gliding you through the debris. Below you, the derelict is exploding in slow motion, tearing apart into a swarm of razor-edged shards. All this and no core. Now the rig's torn up too. You don't have much to offer an answer. He's right. It seems the job was a disaster. You just hope it isn't terminal. It's gone. The whole ship is falling apart. No shit. Contract's a bust. What a waste. Yeah, well, maybe it wouldn't have been if you all had fucking sucked it up and dealt with the hunger just a little bit longer. We were fucking there. God damn it, man. Notice the exterior damage. Looks mostly superficial. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. I need to speak to both of you. On the journey back, you noticed a change in Junie, a hardening, and now she seems very different from the nervous hacker you first brought. I know we failed to extract the core, but I wanted to be honest with you about why I came to you. I don't work for Karsten. Perhaps that was obvious, and I didn't want to bring him the core. You and Seraphim exchanged glances. You lied. You would have taken it. I don't know, Sleeper. Yes, perhaps I would have, but I also would have spoken to you, explained myself. Do you know how many of those cores are left intact? Junie suddenly looked gripped by emotion. Like it or not, we live in Solheim's shadow, and their ruins, and yet we know almost nothing. What chance do we have of understanding how we got here, when others like them, like Stat and Conway, are descending on this system? This station and most of the other habitats on the belt are built on a Solheim foundation, yet we're too busy scavenging them to take the time to look for answers. Men like Karsten want nothing but the raw materials of cores like the one we lost. We can do better. We could learn our history and how this system was settled. We could better learn the technology we build our lives on. We could uncover the Solheim's crimes and seek to make amends. To meet your eye, we could see beyond survival, towards something else. Okay. You've never heard Junie speak like this, and you realize what you've taken for nervousness was actually control. This, the person in front of you mourning a data core, is the real Junie. Not that it matters. It's all lost now. Keep your honesty, It's worthless to us. We don't have time for confessions. Junie looks crestfallen. Karsten won't come for you, if that's what you're worried about. He's ignorant and stubborn, but he isn't vengeful. That is not what we're worried about. Explain. You tell Junie about the feed lines Karsten has, about you and Seraphim fleeing something, and that you can't run any further without them. Junie nods along, her eyes darting back and forth as if trying to calculate something in her mind. If you have any bright ideas on how to get those feed lines, now would be the time, Sleeper. There's another way, Junie interrupts. I could help you steal the feed lines. We could do it together. Seraphim looks at you with raised eyebrows. It seems he is noticing the change in Junie, too. I mean, Karsten's an idiot. I can hack his security, and you can pull them out of there. You seem tough. We can do it. Seriously. Seriously. Export hasn't exactly been kind to me. You two trusted me, even though I didn't deserve it. I'm not used to that. I want to repay it. Not to mention that Karsten is probably ripping you off. Even if you get enough cryo, what's to say he won't raise the price? Trust me, he's no good. I was trying to deal with Karsten to get those derelict coordinates from the moment I arrived here, and he ran me in circles. Even if I do take you at your word, which, given everything, seems a little tough, how do we even do this? You're telling me you're telling me we just drift in there and take the feed lines? Look, I get it. You don't trust me. But what if I have a vested interest in this working out? There's nothing left for me here, and I don't much feel like hanging around waiting for Karsten to figure out my involvement in all this. I need safe passage. You need the feed lines to grant it. See where I'm going with this? I don't like it, but it makes sense. What do you think, Sleeper? You'll get something. Exactly. Let me prepare. I'll head to Factory Row, scope the place out, meet me there, and we can work out a plan. Trust me, we can find a way. We'll keep it simple, clean. Simple is good. Agreed. His dark look betrays his concerns. I'll go scope out the bay we need in Factory Row. We should split up. Less likely for Karsten to suspect us. Meet me there in a few, and we can finish setting up. Junie unclips from her seat, floating. I want to show you I can be trusted. That we can do this. Believe that, please. Okay, with that she slips away towards the airlock and Hexport beyond. I'm saying nothing, Sleeper. Either this is some kind of mess you have to go through to get out the other side, or it's the kind that you never escape. Yeah. Either way, we're in it now. He leaves the cockpit. You stare at the chaotic lights of Hexport and wonder if anything in the Starward Belt ever runs smoothly. No. Okay. So, let's buy some supplies. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's just fully supply up. Alright. Oh, I got plus on this. I'm gonna do plus. Really? That runs. I need to go fix those dice. Alright, I need dice. dice. Hungry, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good reason. Let's see what we can do here. Nice. The sound of fist on keyboard wakes you from the scrolling code on the terminal screen. Yo, Sandy Man, how you doing, dude? How was your Monday? Appreciate you for being here. Hope you had a good one. You turn to see Junie, a rare half smile on her face as she floats cross-legged with her deck in her lap. The blue light of the snap-on screen makes her eyes glint with a glittering excitement. Yeah, of course, of course. Got him. Karsten's whole system is mine. You push away from your terminal to glide over to her screen. Running the mapping protocol now. I want to know about every little dusty corner of his network. Is there much to map? Weirdly, there is. It's coming up now. Seems Karsten's pretty paranoid. This whole system is iced over with some serious security. What are all these layers of... Red pulse flashes across her face. Shit. Something's closing the port. We need... Another red flash and her screen goes blank. Junie's fist hits the keyboard again, harder. We've been kicked out. There's no way a salvager's shop could have that kind of countermeasure. Maybe you peeked in the wrong corner? It seems so. I think our friend Karsten is involved in some nasty stuff. She rubs her forehead in thought. Wait. Her fingers fly across the keyboard, her screen flickering with commands. Complex node graph assembles on the screen, a mess of interlocking connections. The mapping protocols did enough. All the security systems are there. We didn't get what's here, but it seems like we found some kind of archive. Nothing we want. I wonder what's there. Junie shrugs. Some big data trawls, it looks like. Copies of old drives he found? Could just be a load of data left over from salvage jobs that he thinks is worth something. He's a meathead with no eye for data, so it's probably a load of debug logs he thinks are Solheim's secrets. She giggles at the idea. Sandyman's playing with a smooth yo-yo-yo. Okay. Junie pulls a thumbnail drive out of one of her many pockets and slots it into her deck. Time to train my cat. Sure. You watch the code spilling across the screen and notice the addresses from the node map being marked and logged. It appears to be some kind of exploratory program. A ripperworm, perhaps? But why would Junie want the data from Karsten's network? This is called Citizen Sleeper 2. It's what they call a dice-driven RPG. You glance at Junie and notice she's watching you carefully. I can see you following along, but trust me, you haven't seen one of these before. It's a Ketzenjammer, cat for short. Basically, it takes a network map, finds the weaknesses, and when you hook it up, blasts the network with so much network noise and raw data that it becomes unusable. Any tech connected gets a killer headache. Yeah, so basically for each round, you roll these dice and you use those to do different things in the area that you're in, basically. I built it to take the remnants of Solheim security systems out of commission on old derelicts. I had one too many close calls. Pretty much fry anything on our map. Cameras, shutter controls, alarms. Okay. She plucks the thumbnail drive out of her deck and hands it over, the cat head sticker on it catching the light as you turn it in your fingers. We've still lost access, of course, but there's an old Solheim port from the original facility just outside Karsten's. Slot the cat in there and it should be able to find a back door. What are we waiting for? Nothing, but this isn't going to be quiet. Its whole system is going to get data blasted. It's not a subtle hack. When you slot the cat, you get in, grab the feed lights, and run. Sounds like one hell of a risk, Seraphim's voice catches you both by surprise. Well, it's our best option. And where will you be while we run the gauntlet of scrambled security and make the grab? I can monitor how it goes down remotely from here or the ship. I trust you. Thanks. But I'll find somewhere else to work from. Close to the ship, but out of your way. When you're ready, slot the cat and go. By the time you're back at the ship, I'll be there. Don't leave without me. Shoots Seraphim another look and then slips out of the unit. The whole of Hexport is about to hear about this. We better be ready to go the moment you slot that thing. I'll be ready. I'll be at the ship. Prepare the engines. We need to be ready to fit the lines as fast as we possibly can. Be careful. Don't stop for anyone or anything. And don't even think about looking back. With that, he slips out of the unit, leaving you alone to consider what comes next. Okay. Here. I'm afraid that something's gonna need me to roll a dice, and I have no dice left. Nope, no dice. Alright. Let's do it. Slide the worm into the corroded Solheim port. A noise from Karsten's shop immediately catches your attention. Karsten's place is locked up for the cycle. Shutter down, alarms on. The denizens of Factory Row snaking past with deliveries and work orders. You hold your position opposite the shop and take a deep breath, waiting for the sign that this is going to work. You look at the thumbnail drive with its shimmering cat sticker sticking out of the old Solheim access port. You imagine the flow of data as the Katzenjammer seeks for an entry point into Karsten's system. You think of Junie, tucked away near the ship, watching you through the public networks. You think of Seraphim, deep in the engine room of the rig. Hurry the hell up, you think. Enough waiting. Then you hear it. A pulsating white noise spluttering and then screaming out of Karsten's shop. The shutter scissors up and down, the lights pulse, the alarm gurgles in confusion. For a moment, you're stunned into stillness. People stop in the street, then turn to look as the shutter's motors burn out in a cascade of sparks and acrid smoke. Now or never. Approach carefully or rush inside? What do we think, guys? Just curious what your guys' input is on that. They both have the same percentage chance of succeeding. It's what, 25 positive, 25 negative, or 50 neutral. But basically, as long as it's not negative, it counts as a success. Even neutral is a success. All right, fuck it, rush. Damn it! Without waiting a moment longer, you kick off from the wall and glide towards the entryway, trying to slip between the gathering observers. However, you mistime your glide and crash into the back of a passerby, sending you both spinning through the passageway. Gather yourself and make a break for the entrance. You hear shouts behind you, but you don't turn. It's too late now. There's no going back. The shop is chaotic, and for a moment, you are completely lost among the flickering lights and screaming white noise. The smell of smoke and burnt components hangs heavily in the air, and you spin, trying to spot the feed lines among the mess of components. You hear more shouting from outside and feel your mind racing. What the hell are you doing? Panic sets in. Then you see them, the feed lines, piled in the window display. You scramble over, grabbing the bundle with both arms. They wave wildly in your grasp as you wrench them away and kick off from the counter, gliding back out of the shop. In the darkness of the passage, you slam into someone and they pull at the feed lines. Without seeing them, you kick at their body and spin away, drifting down the passage. You don't stop, bouncing from wall to wall. On your way to the docks, your senses still dulled, what the fuck? Still dulled by the screaming, blinking chaos of Carson's shop. Your arms ache from clutching the feed lines, but you don't loosen your grip until you see the entrance to the docking bridge. Sleeper! You almost ignore the call until you realize you recognize the voice. Yo, what's up, Levi? What you doing? Just playing KCD. I forgot what time it is. Hey, no worries. No worries. How are you doing, though? How was your Monday? Junie glides out to meet you, her hand on your shoulder, guiding you towards the bridge. I'm with you now. What a show, huh? Could have warned me. I mean, she did say it was gonna not be subtle. It was certainly loud. Wish I could have seen the cat in action. You both glide down the docking bridge, Junie helping you with the trailing feed lines. From what you can tell, news of the chaos in Factory Row has not reached the port yet. You feel a flush of excitement as you enter the ship's airlock. This is it. You did it. You try to keep focused, but the elation makes your hands tremble. Just chilling. Very nice. Very nice. Did you have a good day, though? Or that was your chilling during the day? Take a sharp turn You take a sharp turn in the central passage of the ship and make your way to the engine room. The feed line's now unwieldy in the cramped space. Seraphin's waiting for you, shaking his head. Looks like we're in business. And on the run from two different people now. I'll take it from here. He quickly begins the process of connecting the engine to the subsidiary fuel tank. You watch, catching your breath as he works. How about you make yourself useful rather than just making me nervous? Go close the airlock and disconnect the bridge. You and Junie glance at both of you, now! Two of you turn and make your way up this passage, your nerves settling now. You arrive at the airlock and reach for the control panel. Then you see him. Karsten, coming up the docking bridge. Fast. Close it. Your shaking hands input the closure sequence just in time. The door hisses and slams shut in Karsten's face. He glares at you through the airlock's window, but as he does, docking bridge's shutters scissor close, blocking him from view. You hear a clunk as the clamps disengage. You're free. Seraphin rushes past, gliding up this passageway from the engine room. Come on, get yourself strapped in. Nice. Look at that, we got away. You and Junie silently follow him, your head spinning, your thoughts racing. Stretch. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Slip into your seat as Seraphin punches in the departure sequence. The rig begins to pull away from Hexport. Seraphin's hands on the controls. You close your eyes and feel the force of the thrusters firing. And we're off again. Where's the next stop? What the... Seraphin's quiet question interrupts your thoughts as the rig cuts across the belt. Hexport's now behind you, drifting out of visual range. Its glinting lights now just part of the background glow of the belt's thousands of what the fuck is wrong with me? Thousands of reflective bodies. Whatever trouble you stirred up there, it was surely left behind. Which is why Seraphin's muttering is worrying you. What's up? There's a transmission coming out of Hexport. Some kind of evac order? Let me check this. Sleeper. The voice, as distorted as it is, cuts through you. Fucking Lane. I know you're there. Hissing pause. Stay silent. I'm getting a wide channel broadcast. They're warning people to alter their course away from the station. You're slipping away, but we can't have that. I take this personally, Sleeper. After all my investment, all my care expended upon you, this is how you repay me? At least we're heading away. Maybe it's just a precaution. I see a little something glinting out there. Could that be you? Sleeper. You hear Seraphin calling, but you don't move. You don't breathe. All you hear is Lane's voice. You unclip from your restraint, drifting forward towards Seraphin. He gives you a wild look. Something isn't right. You don't feel right. A numbness grows in your body, your fingers flexing without your input. You reach out towards Seraphim. No, not you. Something reaches out to Seraphim through you. A tension flickers in his eyes. Fear? A hissing silence, then a rumbling blast. All at once, the rig screams, systems seizing in electromagnetic paralysis. All at once, the rig shifts, carried on some shockwave of light. Pain, then darkness. Great. That should be fine. Yep. Another cute one. You're a good boy, too. Hi. Alright. What the fuck is this? Interesting. Voices echo warmly through your mind. You can't quite make out what's being said, and any attempt to focus causes a growing flare of pain. So you let them fill the air, unidentifiable and soft. You're floating, and so you can't yet feel your body or its weight. The feeling is pleasant, soothing, yet the moment you realize this, it begins to fade. Something spasms in your fingers, and you flick it away. The sensation crosses the sole of your foot, and you kick your leg. A weight settles itself into your chest. You're awake. You open your eyes to light playing across the surface patterned with stained cushioning. You're alone. The voice is replaced by the hum of air cycling, the distant clank of maintenance systems. You're alone, and this is not your ship. You jerk upwards against the straps that hold you loosely to the berth, suddenly confronted with the last things you remember. An overwhelming numbness, and below it, an insipid animating force creeping through your mind. You pull at the straps and free yourself, floating up into the small habitation room, cushioned and worn, your mind racing. You glance around, taking in the small room with its knickknacks tucked behind webbing, its stained and worn storage units, its faded padding. This is someone's home. Cold lights fill the room. You float over to this dark square of the window. You see stars, the bright pinpricks of drive trails, the skeletal docking bridges. This is the station. A sudden hiss draws your attention to the door, which slides open with a puff of equalizing pressure. The entering figure jumps as they see you're awake. You're up! They hesitate in the doorway. You. They laugh nervously. Right, we didn't meet. They glance back at the doorway as if looking for help. I'm Bliss. Your crew are out. Sorry, they brought you here. Here. Right. This is my room. They glance around. Not much, I know. We are in my repair bay on the far spindle, if you know where that is. In the belt. Yeah, in the belt. You look around the room again. Come on, let's go somewhere a little more comfortable. You're safe, don't worry. Follow them out the corridor, gliding behind them. They move with the ease of someone who was either born in 0G or spent most of their life in it. That's why she has no legs. Atrophy. They guide you to an enclosed balcony where heavily scratched, thick acrylic windows look out onto a chaotic-looking wet dock. At the center of the dock is the rig, scratched and worn, but still your ship. It's a reassuring sight. Is she okay? She will be when I'm done with her. Bliss sees you staring at the rig. Took some damage, but she's a hardy old thing. Your ship. You were lucky I heard your distress signal. You sensed they are holding something back. I guess that expensive long-range array I was tricked into buying finally paid off. Well, at least for someone. You were out cold when I got there, and have been for all the cycles since. Your friend wasn't in great shape either, but he bounced back fast. I make a habit of doing that, Seraphim's voice makes you spin around. Good to see you up. Good to be back. Your eyes fall to Seraphim's bandaged abdomen. He notices and pulls his jacket over them. Certainly looks better than when you came in. You should have seen. Here. Catch. That's all I could get for now. Working in your condition. Please. Fine. I know what it looks like, but I'm sorry. I can't work for free. Keeping this place going is bad enough. I get it. We're just thankful you towed us in. We aren't freeloaders. I'll let you two catch up. I'm glad you're awake. They pat you on the shoulder and glide back down the corridor. Bliss gone. Silence descends. What happened? What do you remember? Lane. Lane? The breath, steeling himself for what he has to say. Export is... It's gone. What do you mean, gone? It's gone. Dropped off the map. No signals apart from one sent from fleeing ships. I don't know what happened. No one does. Your mind skips, unable to focus on the information you've just been told. Think of the constant activity of the bends, the rumble of Factory Row. Karsten, gone? By the time Bliss reached us, we had drifted out of range. They couldn't have seen it go up, but I saw a sleeper. Something exploded, white hot. A moment later, the shockwave was on us. The rig was crippled. Engine kept firing, but guidance went offline, sending us arcing out across the belt. He drops a hand inside the jacket, pressing against the bandage on his side. I managed to get her under control, but not before we started spinning. My restraints came loose, and you weren't even strapped in, so we both got scrambled. Felt like being trapped in an auto wash. I'm impressed you made it. To be honest, a flesh and blood human would have been smashed to pieces. Could it be to do with us? Your guess is as good as mine. Would Lane do something like that? It doesn't make any sense. Utsubo is a gang. They're on Darkside. They don't go around blowing up stations. All anyone is seeing is debris and radiation. I picked up a lot of ship transponders before the rig went offline. Maybe some more people got out. He stops, unable to add anything more. You both float in silence. So we lost our tail. Seems like it. At least that shockwave would have burned our trail out of the belt for now. We already owe Bliss for the work they did on the rig, and it isn't even finished yet. A few more cycles, I've been told. Bliss wouldn't hold us hostage, but I don't like to skip out without paying, even if we could get the rig started up. Bad karma. Beyond that, we need work, fuel, supplies, and we need to make sure you're okay. After that, I haven't heard of anyone coming after us, but if they did, they'd have to come through export or what's left of it. The first middle is way out of Lane's territory anyway. They call this bit of the belt the Wash, and the stations here run differently to Darkside, so for now we have some freedom. Freedom to go broke, starve, and get into even more trouble, that is. Yay! In all honesty, I was hoping you might have some ideas. We should keep... Well, you know what? Let's look for contracts. Anyone hear any complaints from me? Hi, raccoons. Ridiculous. I won't be able to fly out for a few cycles yet, but it won't hurt us to have something lined up. Pauses and looks away. Look, Sleeper, I'm not sure I can work right now. Even with the pain meds I've been able to scare up. Oh, I just got kicked out of a salvage yard for passing out on my job. Okay, fair enough. I can fly, that's for sure, but you're gonna need some crew if you want to do any serious work. I'm sorry. Don't be. I'm gonna go take a rest. Yeah, you go rest. I'll look. You look out at the rig as he leaves. The warmth and softness of your waking moments now feeling like a distant memory. Is this what you wanted? Freedom? A chance to work for yourself, not Lane? Well, here it is, with all the problems and complications you might imagine. And at what cost? Could Lane have wiped out Hexport just to try to end you? You shiver at the thought. But if not Lane, then who? Theories cloud your mind. Push them away. Now is not the time for theories. Take a breath, time to make a plan. Alright, we've gained some glitch. Glitch is a penalty you gain from repairing dice and from Lane's attempts to hack your system. Your level of glitch is represented by the glitch clock to the right of your dice. You can have a maximum of 6. Oh, I see that. Okay. Each level of glitch you gain will increase your chance of rolling a glitch dice at the start of the cycle. Each time you roll a glitch dice, you clear one level of glitch. Glitch dice has an 80% chance of a negative outcome. when used, and a 20% chance of a positive. Oh, that's fun. Find Junie in the airlock. A small collection of things crammed into her bag. I was coming to see you, I promise. I was waiting for you to wake up, but Seraphim said you were okay, so... You're going? I am. While you were out, I was doing some digging. It seems that core, the Solheim one, isn't the only one out there. I'm going to keep looking. Find another one, but I'm not giving up. But I'm going alone. We can help. No, look. After what happened with the rig, Bliss saving us, we're all lucky to be alive. I think I'm better off alone. For now. Good luck, Sleeper. And tell Seraphim goodbye for me. You chasing. She freezes, caught off guard. I know there's value. True value in that data, Sleeper. I know it, and I have a project to continue. One I can't. I won't abandon. Maybe I can tell you about it another time. Well, see you around. What? That's weird. Okay. Okay. You watch her drift away down the docking tunnel and into the far spindle, with questions still bouncing around your head. Maybe if your paths cross again, you might be able to get some of them answered. Alright, I'm going to run to the restroom and then we will explore the far spindle. We'll be right back, guys. So we are back. What do we have available here? That's the rig. We gotta repair it, right? It is mostly patched up, but the list wants a few more cycles to run final tweaks and diagnostics. Okay. That's the bay. The rig. Which we can eat and or sleep. Thanks. The underhang, shantytown. Help the residents. Wander the underhang. I can do that. That's all I can do. You find your way to a small community canteen serving from one of the older units and spend the cycle chatting. Awesome. Get totally lost in the labyrinthine tunnels of the underhang and learn nothing from your wandering. Awesome. Hey, new location discovered though. Spindle's Edge. Emba's Kitchen. Got no dice. Most of the far spindle workers don't like going out to seal up the new units, so they leave that tiring and dangerous work for outsiders. Fun! Like, I can't do that, though. I can do this, though. Alright. End the cycle. End the cycle of violence. Fixed one of our glitched dice. So we need to repair these two, though. Okay, okay. Oh, snap. Alright. We'll do that. It's a single die, so fuck it. Get lost and end up in a transit tunnel where cargo haulers rumble past dangerously. You need to be careful. Oh shit, there's like more up here too. Huh, okay. Oh shit, hold up. Yeah, let's guys. Okay. Okay. I like this game. It's interesting. No, this part's is like pissing me off. You wake to the sound of blaring proximity alarms. You quickly unstrap from your bunk and dizzily glance around. Lane? Bounty hunters? Kick off and glide to the door. As you do, Bliss pops her head around the corner. Sorry. Look a little sheepish. In all honesty, it's not my fault. Your wiring's all backwoods. Takes you a moment to understand what's happening. Seriously, Bliss? I said sorry. I'm handling it. They move. It takes you a while to get ready and drift down to the mess to see what's happening. By then, Bliss has turned off the alarms. You find them unspooling wires from a hatch you'd never previously noticed in the mess's ceiling. Sorry again, sleeper. Their voice comes through the ceiling panels, muffled and dull. You settle at a stool, neatly tucking your legs behind the crossbar. How are you doing? Me? I'm working. Helps keep my mind off things. Bliss spins deftly, hooking their legs into the open ceiling so that, from your perspective, they're hanging upside down. They give you a look. Do you really want to know? A yawning Seraphim drifts in. He looks between the two of you, amused. What are you both doing up so early? You and Bliss exchange amused looks. What? You didn't hear the alarm? Never mind. He shrugs and drifts over to the mess's cupboards to hunt for some breakfast. You turn back to Bliss, but they've disappeared back into the ceiling panels. Before long, the mess is filled with the shrill screech of a power tool. Sounds right. Seraphim looks totally unaffected and hooks himself into a stool, lazily sucking at a ration pouch while he taps away at his slate. The screech finally stops. After a while, you kick off from your stool. Time to head out. Bliss rushes after you, stopping you in the passageway before you can leave. I have something I want to show you. Bliss leads you off the main corridor into a corridor of the ship you don't remember visiting before. You come into a room with low, sloped ceilings, a single round window illuminating some neat tool storage, and a workbench set into the wall. Good. Look, I'm no specialist, but I'm a quick learner and good at repairs. They smile, and I think you have need of me. Hello, Mama Bear. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. How was your Monday? Hope you're doing good. They glance at you at a tear in the thick vinyl skin of your arm. Can I take a look? Okay. They smile and lead you towards the workbench. They turn your arm, looking at the tear from all angles. They reach over to the workbench and take a small sealant gun from the rack. You look at the setup. It's basic, but it looks clean and well organized. They gently close the tear with the sealant, pressing the edges together so it closes up neatly. After they're done, they release your arm and you can barely see the scar. An eventful day? Good eventful or bad eventful? I'm doing okay. My day was more or less uneventful. So standard, I guess. See? I know it's more serious than a tear, but I can handle it. They turn and search through a set of metal drawers for a moment. Here, they produce a couple of carefully machined, pristine components. Was saving these for an important job. They wink. I guess I just found it. Take them. When you're ready, come up here and we'll fix you up. These are a rare find, though. In future, we might have to make do with something lower quality. You can find scrap components at most scrapper ships, like that one that's hanging there on the underhang. The better the components, the easier they'll integrate with your system. I'll do my best to keep you running. Thank you. Don't worry about it. You're a guest in my bay, and I can't have my guests' bodies collapsing, now can I? Plus, I think it benefits me if you think of me as indispensable. That's fair. I should get back to fixing the ship. You drive the wall. Okay, yeah, let's look at the drive. Hold on. Alright, so explore Far Spindle, which we're doing. Find potential crew, which we need to do. Make repairs is currently in action. Alright, this, yes. You can repair your dice at the rig workshop. You can only repair dice which are fully broken. Repairs require either scrap components or rare components. The better components you use, the less glitches you'll suffer. You cannot repair dice during a contract. Got it. Oh, I see. Dice repair. Improvised dice repair. What is this? It's not the raw scrap, is it? I don't know. Let's fix this, though. Okay, so it's 1 per. Got it. And now we've got 2 glitches. Oh, still. Okay, Cool, though. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just glad that we've fixed our dice. We've got the workshop is there now, so we're good on that. Okay, so let's back out of here. Okay, so the tippy top. Alright, let's go roam the docks, I guess, which just doesn't sound right. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's study the manifests. I take that back. Okay. Eh. Alright. Risky. Location discovered, though. Bar spindle. As you glide through the pinnacle docks, you hear shouting echoing down a corridor. You tentatively change direction, your eyes fixed ahead as the ship widens out into a bay, large bay. Others rush past you, heading towards the commotion. Your eyes are drawn by the bay's vast viewing window, which is currently being spattered with glittering shards of ice. In front of it, a dock worker is shouting to anyone who will listen. Spacers, workers of the Far Spindle, we need your urgent assistance. The water carrier Springtide has suffered heavy damage in its transit from Wellspring. All able hands, we need you to help secure the cargo. Without this water, Far Spindle will struggle to support you. Please, any who are unable to help, please make yourself known. Behind him, a corona of ice ejects from one of the tanks, drawing a pale halo around the ship. A handful of experienced-looking spacers push through the crowd towards the front, and dock workers start to direct them to nearby bridges. You watch the scene unfold, hesitant in the face of making someone else's problem your own. Sucks. I don't have any dice. In that cycle. I should get my dice back now, though, so. One glitch. Take it. You jerk, suddenly awake. A fragment is lodged in your mind, a shard of sound, of signal, a tone. It resonates like tinnitus, obviously internal, inescapable. Inescapable. What is these dice, though? 2225? What kind of bullshit is that? Look down to see your hands blurred, your fingers dancing as if they were typing. Hold on, I need to ban a bot here. Spam bot. There we go. Yo, these dice seriously suck. Like, these are almost, like, this is just a horrible hand. Take control. It takes all your focus to settle them. You force yourself back into them, a sensation like squeezing on a tight pair of gloves. Flex your hands a little to test them, or to feel them, test them. What was that? You take a deep breath to calm yourself, but as you do, you're reminded that you don't need to breathe. It's a claustrophobic sensation that you cannot shake. You get up, push off the wall, pull on your clothes, anything to escape the dreams that hover there at the back of your mind. Seraphin drifts in casually, heading to his bunk to grab something. You can't shake the strange sensation that he's just drifted into your mind. He shoots you a glance. I said, are you okay? You look terrible. Not really. You mumble a response. You need to talk to me, sleeper. I know something happened back when we were leaving Hexport. Not the explosion. I saw it, sleeper. Saw something change in your eyes. He pauses, looking for the right way to explain. They were cold, fixed. I've never seen that before. Back when we first met, I knew at once you were human. I knew because of your eyes. I'd never met a sleeper before, but I knew immediately that you were no machine. It was obvious. But then, on the rig, I couldn't see that anymore. I don't know what happened. What did it feel like? He gives you a curious look. Try to identify it. You close your eyes and recall the moment. You remember Lane's voice, the rig, hot and close, the numbness, and then you see it glittering in the non-space of your mind, thin and bright like a spider's silk, a thread. Sleeper. Are you even listening? We need to get you checked up. We need to know what's happening. This isn't just about you. Where? I've been asking around. There's another station near this one. Flotsam. Makes sense. It's a mess. An accumulation of wrecks and docked ships, but it also houses some of the best artificers in the wash. We should go there as soon as the rig's ready. Okay. Thank you. Look, I know I don't know what it's like to be a sleeper, but I understand that there are things you can't tell me, can't show me, but I do know how fear can keep you from doing what you need to do. I'm not going to nag you about it, but it needs to be done. He passes you by as he leaves the bunks, squeezing your shoulder as he does, leaving you to your thoughts. You finish getting dressed, feeling your body, its strangeness, even though you wish you didn't. At the very least, you think you need to find someone who can stop you from falling apart. Maybe Flotsam is not such a bad idea. You push the thought to the back of your mind. There's a cycle ahead, and the rig isn't ready. When it is, then you'll see. I wonder... Oh, wait, hold on. Let's eat first. Alright. Still here? It is. Alright, let's do this then. Well, we can reroute the flow. Got all of our 2s. Okay. Like, this is all I can do. Great. Here. Take my glitch dice. Please. Hey, a positive outcome with that bitch. Very nice. Okay. Get a positive outlook with a glitch dice. Yeah, apparently, because it's like 80-20 negative. Yeah, might as well see if we can finish this out. Ugh, you suck. Here, take my 6, please. Not enough dice, damn it. Okay. Guess we'll just end the cycle. Cheers to that. One, 2, 3, 4 glitch. Great. As you drift lazily down to the ship's mess, you hear raised voices. You steel yourself for a moment at the entrance, then step inside. Seraphin sits, hooked onto his usual stool, his slate glowing beside him. He's shaking his head as you enter. Hey, Bones. Bliss, meanwhile, is floating freely and gesticulating sharply as they explain something important. I don't see why not. It's not like you have an alternative. We can get the cryo. It'll take time, but we can get it. That was the deal. Seraphin speaks calmly, trying to placate Bliss. Sleeper. Let's see what Sleeper thinks about it. About what? They both fall silent for a moment. Seraphin sighs. The rig's ready, Sleeper. I fixed it. Hell, I've improved it. She's purring thanks to me. Now, wouldn't you say, having done such an incredible job, I deserve to be paid properly for my work? A calculated look crosses their face. A refit and retune like this would typically cost my clients hundreds of cryo, even if I was feeling charitable. Seraphin sighs loudly. He knows where this is going. See, I could make you pay, and maybe you could even scrape the cryo up, but not without taking a contract and taking this ship off station, leaving me in the lurch. We wouldn't do that, Seraphin starts, but Bliss holds up a hand to shush him. So, I have a proposition, one that clears the debt completely. I will turn around the open sign on this little bay of mine and join up with you. I'm sorry, you want to go with us? You keep me in work, give me my split, and give me transit to wherever you're heading. I'll even keep this rig of yours working for free. What could be better than that? Us paying and being on our way with no hangers on. Tell him, Sleeper. Actually, we could use their help. See, Sleeper gets it. Look, literally one of my drives is to find crew. It's a minor one, but it's a drive. You can use my help. I'm an excellent engineer, a tidy shipmate, and a half-decent chef. Oh, you're an engineer. Oh, even fucking better. I'm done with Farspindle. I'm done taking not enough jobs for not enough cryo on a station where I know nobody. You're welcome. Seraphin holds up his hands. Look, we appreciate it, but we are on the run, Bliss. Trust me, you're better off here. Even telling you this could put you in danger. On the run? You expect me to be scared off by that goofy shit? It's true. The system's at war. The belt is spiraling into a crisis. Everyone's got something. I know you were at Hexport. What happened there? Who's to say it won't happen here? I mean, now that we're leaving, yeah. I'm not sitting around watching this all play out any longer. Something has to give. Look, you've done your due diligence, or whatever. You're on the run. I've been warned. I accept the risks. That's it. At the end of the day, your ship is clamped into my bay, so unless you know my encryption protocols, there's not much left to discuss. They've got us there. Looks at you, then at Bliss. Looks like we've gained a crewmate, but I'm moving to the engine room, and he drifts off towards the bunk to gather his things. Sleeper, welcome aboard. Bliss smiles and gives you a half-hearted mock salute. Oh yeah. You leave Bliss in the galley and head for the cockpit. The rig is ready to fly. The question is, where to take her next? Seraphin mentioned Flotsam, a short starward journey from here, as a busy station where you might find an artificer to help diagnose your glitches and errors. Sunward, meanwhile, is the Hellion Gate, an abandoned... Sir, you just came back inside. An abandoned and uninhabited... Mr. Man. Sir. Mr. Man. Okay. Well, now you're gonna be held like a baby. Nope, nope, nope. Come here. Oh, hey, sir. What's up, Mr. Man? Sunward, meanwhile, is the Hellion Gate, an abandoned and uninhabited megastructure left over from the Solheim days. Maybe good for salvage, but not an easy place to survive. This is a good man. He's a good little boy. Alright, alright. Guys just go in and out, I swear. Alright. Continue. Compliance. Beyond that, well, as they say, the belt is wide, and at least now you have a functioning ship. New ship crew available. Nice. That's good, though. Bliss has got this and this. An engineer is the one that we were missing. Oh, right. The points. -2 stress if reroll 6. Reroll random dice, but +1 rolled. I think I want to hold on. I want to wait. Can't endure, but that's okay, because I think... Yeah, Seraphin's got endure, so that's fine. Seraphin's got endure, and Bliss has engineer, so that's fine. Although that being said, I did want to give myself engineer. Or... Yeah, you know, I think I do want to take the base level engineer, just so I can have all those covered. Then I only have to worry about Seraphin covering the endure. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, let's finish fixing the water thing here. Apparently, nobody else is doing shit all about it. Okay. There we go. Hey, upgrade point. Nice. You watch from the docking bay's viewing window as the crumpled, vast hull of the spring tide is finally welded shut by a score of bright torches flickering against its side. Everywhere I look, I see a crisis. A voice comes from beside you, and you turn to see a man floating there, watching the repair work. You don't recognize him. I saw you out there, helping the crew. He turns to you with a serious look. Our spindle needs that water. You aren't wrong. He pauses, watching you carefully. I haven't seen you on the spindle before. What, if I may ask, is your business here? Running a crew. I see. Springtide is my ship. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. At least, I am her captain. I do not own her. The Lodic Syndicate, my employer, was the one who put her into service. Glad to meet you. He bows his head gently. You have my thanks for assisting with the repairs. We were caught by some autonomous Conway munitions. The Wellspring run is getting more dangerous every cycle. And after Hexport, I do not expect things to improve. We're both quiet for a moment, the loss of the station still inspiring silence in anyone who mentions it. Tell me, as a sleeper, do you feel you have advantages over others? Or does your particular condition provide only weaknesses? Advantages, of course. Certainly you showed this with your work on the Springtide. Your work on my ship only evidences your abilities. You far outperformed even my own crew. In conditions that are usually deadly. Sadly, despite even your good work, our losses have been great, and the administration at the Far Spindle are not happy. We are to be impounded here until the Lodic Syndicate fulfills the agreed water freight. This war continues to pressure the belt. You do. This is where you are needed, Sleeper. My crew tells me you have a ship. You have workers. This is what I need. As we fled from the Conway attack, our navigator registered something of great interest. A water-rich asteroid, one I believe is previously unknown to the syndicates. For now, I have sworn him to secrecy, as I must you. But if this asteroid could be surveyed, its value confirmed, it would more than make up for the shortfall of the Springtide. So tell them where it is. It is not so simple, though I appreciate your optimism. I cannot give its location away without confirming its value, otherwise it is useless as a bargaining chip. I want you to survey the asteroid for me. It's a simple enough job, but its location, so close to the edge of the wash, is problematic. However, you have shown yourself to be very competent. If you are careful, there is no reason you should have problems with Conway, or any other hostile party for that matter. Hostile party? The Wash is where the orbits of the Inner System and Starward Belts conspire to bring vessels, objects, and all kinds of wanderers together. It's a territory of opportunists. Yeah, fair. I will, of course, reimburse you with a portion of the fee the Far Spindle administration are withholding from me. 250 cryo is my offer. Why not do it yourself? As I have said, my ship and crew are impounded. Meanwhile, I do not believe the Lodic Syndicate would appreciate me taking their ship on this particular excursion. Here are details on the tests I need you to run for the survey. Sample core of ice from deep within the asteroid should give you enough material to work with. You notice a member of the Springtide's crew waiting quietly at a distance, and Malik nods to them discreetly. This is a delicate matter, Sleeper. Survey the rock, and on your return, broadcast the results to my personal terminal. The frequency is that data. The results go to me, only to me. Then, once the matter is resolved, you will be paid. I am needed, but I expect you to have all you needed. I have enjoyed watching you work, Sleeper. Impress me again. And with that, he bows a little and drifts away to meet his crew member. After watching him go, you turn back to the Springtide, still impressive, despite being scarred with pearls of ice and shiny with fresh wells. You imagine any captain of a ship like that has been through a lot to get to where they are. That makes them a valuable ally or a dangerous adversary depending on where you are. You hope with Malik you can find your way to being the former. Okay. Oh yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Use my glitch die. Oh well. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Finish that one. The gambling barge. Nice. Sure. Fuck it. Gamble away. Let's go. Shh. Negative outcome. +3 cryo. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, I wanted to grab engineer. Yeah. Bingo. At least then we have it as an option. I could theoretically have grabbed endure too. I wonder if I can, am I able to? Nope, that's the one that I can't. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Nice. Kelp cakes. Seaweed-based liquor. Powerful saline taste. Interesting. Okay. Scrap dealer. Huh. Oh, I need 2. I only have 1. Never mind. Somewhere. No. Oh, maybe. Where's the contract? I don't know. Alright, I guess we're resting. Alright, damn it, so well, I guess we're taking another rest. I wanted to try to find, where they have the fuel and stuff, because obviously we're gonna need fuel, but... Oh, that's why. Been sourcing fuel this entire time. I forgot about that. Or scavenging fuel. Okay, that's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's back up top. We're slowly working our way down. I don't care about that. Yeah, alright. Don't worry about that so much. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. Alright, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's chat the cruise. We're gonna use our 6 die for that. Yeah, fuck that shit. Alright, cool. Then let's 3 dies these. Well, we're gonna triple die this one twice. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. The far spindle lives up to its name. Its tall stature making it a real effort to travel from end to end. The local solution to this problem are the transit tunnels, massive tubes bolted onto the outside of the spindle that allow for rapid passage from top to bottom. Oh my god, I can imagine just people running into each other going up and down that shit. As you find yourself in one of these cavernous passages, bulky cargo haulers rushing by, you start to wonder if braving them is worth the effort. Back up! The shout rattles down the bare transit corridor like a gunshot, and is rapidly followed by a crunching impact. You spin back, pushing yourself against the side of the wide cylindrical passage. As you do, a hauler glides past, sending a rippling wave of air across you in its wake. When the roar subsides, you hear a string of expletives coming from nearby. The spiky-looking figure, clutching some oddly shaped open-frame object, gestures wildly at the vehicle as it glides away. Dickhead! She spits an impressive glob of saliva down the tunnel and it spirals in 0G. She turns to you in her anger. You see that? Tried to slam me into that wall. I didn't. Total dickhead. No shit. Haulers hate us. She sniffs and looks you up and down. Not supposed to be in the transit system without a vehicle. She squints. Not like I care, but maybe you do? What about you? What does this look like to you? She rolls one of her shoulders, stretching it out. You're new here, right? Is it that obvious? She shrugs sympathetically. Nothing to be ashamed of. Let me give you a tip. She begins checking her open frame vehicle. Avoid the haulers. Dickheads, a lot of them. Especially the water haulers. Think they're better than everyone. Don't mess with the stevedores, though. They're good people. Get treated like shit by everyone else, just like us. Let's show you the shortcuts. She looks up and never, ever get in a Spindlejack's way. Spindlejack? You're looking at one. Oh, okay. Spiky air bike corridor. Courier, sorry. 80? She pauses, considering something. Oh, cadet, sorry. Then suddenly she reaches into one of her many pockets and pulls out a small, transparent rectangle punched with holes. Text glints within it, reading, Cadet, Stripline Express. You take it. Cadet, that's me. Stripline's my outfit. Kamal's the dispatcher. Small outfit, but we punch above our weight. Dispatch is here in the spindle's core, but I run the transit tunnels up and down the spindle 10 times a cycle. You need anything moving on the Yeah, you're not wrong about that, Levi. You are absolutely not wrong about that. You need anything moving on the spindle? Data, tech, messages to offer the hotline? Come find me. You're a courier? Cut it in one. She kicks off the wall and mounts her bike, triggering a small burst of compressed air to keep herself steady in the transit passage. You hear a buzz of distorted speech from what you assume is her dispatcher. Cadet angles her head to her communicator and mutters back into it. Got a hop, sleeper. She looks over at you and something flickers in her eyes. An idea? Or perhaps just a realization. You might be able to help me with something. Package that's been bothering me. Come to the office at Stripline in a few cycles and I'll show you. Sure. We'll call it a favor on account of me saving you from being flattened by a hauler. Yeah, it's a lot of reading out loud. I am really enjoying the game though. That being said, I think next Monday, to give my voice a break, we might start up Mass Effect 2. As much as everybody wants to see more of this, I think I'm gonna have to start up Mass Effect 2 just to give my voice a break for a week. Then we can go from there. Alright. Now, you better get out of here before another hauler tries to squish you. Step back as she twists the handlebars and a burst of air sends her flying down the transit corridor. You watch her go, slightly caught off guard by her final remarks. What would a courier need you for? You turn the idea over in your head as you find a way out of the transit corridor, back to the safety of the main concourse. Ah, this is what I was looking for. Okay, cool. Well, we'll come back to that. Okay. I think that's all of the areas explored, right? Yep, it is. Okay. Bar Spindle Bar. Oh yeah, let's go to the bar. Is that this one? No, that's the canteen. Bar. There it is. Get a drink. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta get like 4 drinks? Oh, okay. Shit. The Far Spindle is an exhausting place to find freelancers. There's no shortage of spacers here. The corridors and bays throng with crew inbound and outbound, or on or between contracts, trading stories, contacts, and materials. But whatever language, appearance, or code identifies someone as worth signing on with, you don't seem to have it. Perhaps it's because you're a new face, or are noticeably unsure, or perhaps it's just because you're a sleeper. You push the thoughts to the back of your mind, and instead focus on what's in front of you. The vast cylindrical tank at the center of Gaia's Gyre. First time you entered the bar, you floated open-mouthed, much like all the new arrivals do, at the sight of the huge kelp stack, the biggest you've ever seen. Even now, your eyes fixed on the fronds of seaweed that wave in the circulating water, beyond the curve of dirty glass, you find it impressive. You take a sip of the harsh, saline-scented rack from its magnetic vessel, secured to the bar. As you suck on the straw, your eyes following the shifting fronds, you hear someone clearing their throat beside you at the bar. Hypnotic, isn't it? Voice is low and hypnotic, isn't it? The voice is low and rumbling, and comes from the large figure on the stool next to you. The fluorescent lights behind the bar glint in his eyes, shining up into his wide, rough face. I've heard talk you're hiring. The figure turns to face you. You don't recognize him, but in the shifting light of Gaia's Gaia, that isn't surprising. From who? He shrugs and looks around the bar. Sleepers tend to draw attention. You follow the eyes around the bar and notice a couple of the patrons are eyeing you. Eugen, currently freelance. He turns on his stool and leans back a little. The effect is clearly meant to impress on you his size, and you have to admit it works. Served on a whole slate of crews out of the Spindle. Cutters, mercs, extractors, broad skill set, good work ethic, sense of humor, and the full package. Any references? You run in a crew or a corp? Anyone asks? You run in a crew or a corps? Anyone asking? They know Eugen is an honest worker. Taps twice above his heart with 2 fingers, a sign you don't know. I'll run anything out of the Far Spindle. I'm tough and quiet, and you won't need to worry about me. What kind of work are we talking about? Before you can answer, a voice echoes out from behind you. Eugen! Busy as ever, I see. A group of 3 spacers drift up behind you, one of them placing a heavy hand on your shoulder. She's fitted with metal optical implants, and you cannot see her eyes. The caustic light from the tank plays across her face. Too busy to keep in touch. I really don't like it when I have to come and find you. Vesna, do I look like I'm socializing? This is a meeting. Oh, a meeting. Is that what this is? Yes, Vesna. We are talking about your delivery, in fact. My friend here is being very helpful. He shoots you a knowing glance. That's right. Vesna turns to you with a raised eyebrow, but before she can speak, Eugen cuts in. This sleeper has a unique ability to extract data. Exactly the kind of data you've been asking for. Yeah, the last time that didn't go so well. So, if we can just get back to it, then I can deliver what you need. You know, Yunjin, I'm pretty tired of this whole act. But in the end, it doesn't matter. She drops her hand from your shoulder to your belt. Your eyes follow it down and you see a dark, boxy shape there. Weapon? You either deliver by the deadline or you don't. And when you don't, I'll be happy to take you through the consequences. Until then, she shoots you a final glance. Chat to whoever the hell you want. Vesna and the two spacers flanking her glide out of the bar, and Eugen watches them go with little emotion. So, you were about to hire me? What was that about? Vesna? She's just trying to rush me. I won't be working with her again. Of course, I can't talk about the particulars, you understand. Vesna just wants to scare you off. She just likes to cause me trouble. Let's not let her. He pauses in silence for a moment, still looking away. You try to get a read on him, but his face is blank. Only his glittering eyes hint at some rapid internal activity. He turns back to you and meets your eye, a sudden shift in his manner obvious. If you need crew, you need to work. If you need to work, you need prio. Is that right? Well, I can offer both. Hard work and a good contract with a good payout. You take me with you on this job of mine and we split the take. Hell, if you do, I'll consider signing on long term. Think on that. No more recruiting. Job. Salvage, he leans in. An overwreck untouched by the local crews, which recently turned up in the wash. It's just a little sunward from here, but its disabled transponder makes it invisible to anyone who doesn't know it's there. Had to squeeze the location out of a contract, but I'll share it with you for a straight split. Take me and your crew, and we'll claim it all. It's going to be a good payout. A really good one. Sure, sounds like a deal. It is. I'll be ready to go whenever you like. As a show of good faith, I'll also fly out with you on any job from the far spindle. But I'm not leaving the station with you yet, not till we get my job done first. After that, we can talk flying together. No need to rush into it. He shakes your hand firmly, his palm rough and pitted, then turns back to his drink. You slip out of the bar, looking to see if Vesna is nearby. You don't spot her among the passing crews, but you can't help but imagine eyes on you in the bar. You shake it off, having become familiar with the feeling of being observed. New local crew, new contract, new drive. Another point. Wait, hold on. Okay. That's too stress if you reroll a 6. Oh, that. Fuck it. Go with the other one. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright, I think that's a good spot to stop for the night. Well, let me end the cycle. We'll get our new dice. I don't like these dice. These dice suck. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll use that 3 first. Hold on. I feel like I can use and get away with that 3. The 1 and the 2, though, I'm going to skip that altogether. Yeah, see, because we can do this. Make a little money. Like that. A little something. A little bit of scratch. Alright, yeah. That's the extent of what we're going to do, though. So we'll go here. We'll end the cycle. Once we get done with this, then we'll raid out. See, Striking Demi's on. Fred's. Well, Striking Demi's playing Marvel Rivals. Fred's playing Monster Hunter Rise. Dead by Daylight, Valorant, Detroit. quite a variety out there. Alright. Something flickers in the back of your mind. Stop. You have to stop to blink it away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Wow. The tightness behind your left eye, an aching point that refuses to move. And then the voice begins, hissing through the background noise of the rigged systems, a new whine amongst the chorus of the light support and ventilation. Oh my god, not Lane again. Just got rid of all that fucking glitch. Sleeper. I suppose you thought you had slipped my nets. Export jumps into your mind, an image of the station immolating in white light, though you were not conscious. You are distant, but you are not free of me yet. I'm coming, sleeper, and I will retake control of what is mine. The closer I come to you, the more you will feel it. Here. Until you cannot resist. Bright smile, pale eyes, a growing hiss that hurts. Then the hiss is gone, the rig suddenly quiet, the stinging tightness diffusing behind your eyes. Fear remains. Sleeper, you good? You were talking. Lane's coming. You feel him, right? We can use that. Stay ahead of him. He squeezes your shoulder. We can do this. We're fast and smart. We keep moving and we don't stay anywhere for long. And we find a way. Somehow. You nod. You don't know how Lane's able to reach into your mind like this. How he's able to speak to you, but you want so desperately for it to stop. You must find out what he's done to you before it's too late. You must stay ahead of Lane at all costs. Alright. Lane is hunting you once again. His progress will be tracked by the hunt clock. This is filled, he will catch up with you. It will increase once every cycle you spend in a hub. However, each time you travel, the hunt will reduce by 3. Oh, okay. If you keep moving, you can stay one step ahead of Lane. Good to know. Alright. Alright, cool. Interesting. Yes. Alright, let's see. We're gonna see who we can rate out to. Let's oh god damn it, she literally just ended her stream. Motherfucker. Okay. Well, scratch that idea. Like, I opened up her stream to see what she was doing. Like, it just goes to the, like, no stream. The like, you know, it's stream's not on screen. Alright, well, let's rate out to Striking Dummy then. He is playing some Marvel Rivals. Alright, guys. But yeah. Here's the raid messages. Alright. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. In this very interesting game. It definitely is a different one. But yeah, tomorrow night we'll be playing Marvel Rivals. Speaking of Marvel Rivals, and then Wednesday we'll be on some Warframe. But yeah, I will. I can't wait to see you guys there. I will catch you guys next time. Let's go show Dummy some love. But yeah, have a great night, guys, and as always, stay awesome.